Errol Spence by stoppage.
Errol Spence by murder.
Errol Spence gonna stop his ass. That Texas Dallas monster animal.
I eat money all day, man. Errol Spence, man. Team Spencer, it don't make sense.
Errol Spence is dangerous with anybody.
Errol's too big, too strong.
You literally gotta shoot him to put him down. That boy Errol Spence is dangerous. And I ain't lying to y'all.
Team Spencer, it don't make sense.
You have an open invitation on this show, as I say constantly, to express your side of things. But when he seems to make fights, it's either when there's a guy who maybe toward the end and he knows it, so he can be the underdog, Sean Porter, or when he knows his guy is going to win. And that's why I believe we haven't seen Crawford Spence yet, because I don't think he knows his guy is going to win, Spence, in that case. And that's why it seems to be that he's been a major impediment in terms of making that fight from Terence Crawford's point of view. Shakur Stevenson seems to represent the kind of threat that almost no matter how much money is ultimately available, it's going to take some doing to get HAYMON to risk his guy against Shakur. You're nodding yes, you agree with that. And that's really the impediment to this fight, it seems to me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let me explain something to you. First of all, you got a moron that went to Harvard Law School, couldn't even get his own brother a world title to fight Al Haymon. He's a fucking idiot.
And I wanted them to ask about the Errol Spence Terence Crawford situation. And for those of you who don't know, it was somewhere close to $30 million each. Al Haymon cost Errol Spence $30 million, and Errol Spence didn't even know. Errol Spence didn't even know that negotiation was going on. But the truth is, they were very interested in that Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight, and Al Haymon shot the fight down, and he did it so pleasant. Oh man, I mean, Al Haymon, and this is him talking. I'm gonna call him Mr. Amir Abdul. He deserves that. Al Haymon has a right not to trust us. We've only done 3 fights.
Spence versus Terence Crawford.
I mean, that could happen. We got to see how it goes. But, you know, like I said, I can move up to 160 and fight Canelo Alvarez.
Look, I want to get to that.
Guys need to put your big boy pants on and need to come over and make this fight with Terence Bud Crawford.
You can do a lot of things with other people's money that you wouldn't do with yours. Because their hedge fund money is about to dry up. Only star you got left is Errol Spence. He has to make this fight. He has to make this fight. The only smart guy over there is Sam Watson. Sam hustling. Sam taking pictures. Sam having fun.
He's talking about he want to fight this guy and fight this guy, so he's going to be the A side, you know. He don't want a 50-50 fight. Well, that just lets you know right now he's not 100% confident in his own abilities. You know, he can say what he wants. The casual fans can say what they want. But me, you know, if I'm confident in my abilities, I'm like, okay, we can do it. You know, it don't matter if it's 50-50 or not. I know I'm gonna win, so I don't have nothing to lose.
I'm gonna chill on my range. I just bought the range. I got a couple horses. I'm getting some more horses.
If Errol Spence is sitting at home, in the gym, anywhere, wherever he happens to be right now, what is your message to Errol Spence?
Man, I just tell him, you know, take off them panties and pull his pants up and sign a contract.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
Guys need to put your big boy pants on and need to come over and make this fight with Terence Bud Crawford because he's the best welterweight in the world.
What you say?
Who, ducking him? Yeah, he ducking him. Absolutely he ducking him. Yeah, y'all take that. He ducking Terence Crawford. He don't want to fight Terence Crawford. I tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? Because if he did, if he wanted to be considered the best pound for pound in the game.
Was he ducking him?
Who, ducking him? Yeah, he ducking him.
Bud Crawford is I've always been on the record with saying that he's the best fighter, you know, that's out there. It's always interesting to sign the back.
I'm tired.
You don't see
I know what you're
Terrence
trying
Crawford?
to get to. You're probably trying to say Terrence Crawford.
Yes.
You know, that's fight's going to happen. Hopefully he beats Jeff Horn and gets that belt. And like I said, I want to be undisputed welterweight champion of the world. So when he does get that belt...
Sean Porter got a belt too. So now... Sean Porter got a belt.
Errol Spence will try to avoid Terrence Crawford as long as he can.
If he wins, what are the chances we can finally get Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford?
Max, I think there's a great chance we finally do see Spence and Crawford, although I also said there's a good chance we see Tank and Ryan, and we know this is boxing. There's no way both fights happen.
God damn! God damn! God damn! God!
But I feel good that one of those fights is going to happen, and
because he knows he can't beat Terrence Crawford.
That's because Terrence Crawford no longer with Top Rank. We know that PBC and Top Rank rarely do business together. There are some, exceptions.
Errol Spence didn't even know that negotiation was going on.
So Crawford now a promotional free agent. There's no roadblocks there politically, and I think it's the obvious fight. It will be for undisputed.
You saw the performance tonight. I mean, he'll take out Errol Spence in about the same number of rounds.
And there would be some sanctioning body obligations to get out of the way. You have Montes Stanionis fighting Radzak Butayev on the Spence-Ugas undercard, and the winner is going to be the mandatory. And that's actually a really good fight in its own right. Welterweight division stacked right now. But Crawford, he doesn't have anything planned at the moment. He wants to fight, and now we're seeing Spence saying he wants to fight as well. So I hope so, right? It has to happen at some point. It's one of the best fights in boxing.
Which one is more likely to happen? Are we more likely to see Saul take a big fight against one of these guys, or see the Terrence Crawford and the Errol Spence fight? Which one is more likely to happen?
I went to the Tank fight against Ryan, and my sources told me that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence is going to happen and will be announced in the not-too-distant near future. It was all about the money, and Terrence Crawford felt like he was getting disrespected because he has never really been a box office star, and Errol Spence has done big numbers in Cowboy Stadium. So it's just the economies of scale was messing up the bag. But I think they're figuring it out now.
Man, that's my man. That's a hot take right there.
How important is it for you in terms of your career, your legacy, to ensure that the fight between you and Errol Spence does happen?
Well, like I said, I want that fight. If it happens, it happens. I've been calling for it for years now. If it don't, it don't.
So you're okay if it never happens? Because us fight fans aren't okay with that.
Well, the fight fans got to be the ones that push for it.